Let me just start this off by saying I don't have anything against Pokimane, Bella Thorne, Bella Porch, or anyone else named Bella, Nicolol, Belle, or Emma, especially considering my daughter Kira was almost named Emma, but Daddy stepped in. Since Leafy One Kenobi was struck down to become more powerful than anyone could ever imagine, someone needs to carry on the torch of keeping Simps in check. That person's not me. That's way too much effort. Apparently, no Simptember is when all the simps take a break from simping over girls on the internet that have no idea they even exist. I tend to agree with the idea of not idolizing some random streamer or OnlyFans page to the point of giving them your entire paycheck to see them reenact the sensation of sniffing their own panties or gargling dirty bathwater. Where a problem comes in is where the term simp is used to describe anyone showing affection to a member of the opposite sex, even if that person happens to be their girlfriend or even wife. I mean, if you search up simp boyfriend, you'll see video after video of girls filming their boyfriend with their head shoved in their melons or hoo-ha, with a simp-themed meme song playing in the background, implying that their boyfriend or husband who is getting action is somehow a simp. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. Before we can go any further, let's determine what the actual definition of a simp is. And traditionally, a simp is defined as a silly or foolish person, but lately it's shifted more towards a definition of someone who will say anything to please someone, particularly a girl, in the hopes that they will be in good favor with that person. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attentive and submissive to women, especially out of failed hope of winning some entitled sexual attention or activity from them. So now that the word simp is trying to be turned into a term describing someone being nice to their significant other, no Simptember implies not being nice to them. I mean, what's next? Wife Abuse Wednesday? I mean, there are actually people out there that think it's a good idea to simp, mostly because they don't know the definition of what a simp actually is. They just know it's what the cool kids say, so let's put it in a TikTok video. Hence convoluting the actual definition through sheer stupidity in an attempt to clock grab. And because of these people who empathize with simps at large and those who are just too stupid to understand the passive-aggressive dungeon dweller talk from tier 3 subs, the word simp is being spread like a plague and mutating, creating new forms of the simp virus. Symptoms of simp behavior are becoming more broad based on the belief system of ignorant pubescent lip syncers on TikTok. It's not surprising that this lack of knowledge about basic terms like simp comes from the same generation that drinks Listerine, eats Tide Pods, and chews on condoms, and thinks that the drinking bleach video from 2008 was real. Now, the purpose of this video is not to simp bash or single out any one particular person who may or may not be sitting unbathed in a nasty, humid, dark corner masturbating to Instagram photos with their last drop of Belle Delphine's bathwater, contemplating how they can get Pokimane's attention. It's more so to understand the processes and the factors that determine a simp's behavior. Is to try to comprehend why the fuck anyone would willingly give a random Twitch streamer or other public figure their only means of living for the possibility of that person maybe even seeing the donation or comment, especially when it's painfully obvious the person has no interest in them whatsoever and will most likely run in horror if they were ever left alone together. During the course of this video, I'll be trying to uncover and divulge 3 things. 1. Where do these simps congregate? 2. Is there a threshold or tipping point where one morphs into a simp? 3. What dangers do simps present? And if we're lucky, maybe we'll even catch a glimpse into the rare mating rituals of a simp, something that's eluded all simp hunters since the beginning of human history. Though, probably not. So the largest known gathering of simps on a regular basis is on a subreddit called r/Pokimane Hot, with roughly 60,000 simps. These simps have proven their power and authority by harassing, false flagging, and mass reporting anyone that says anything remotely negative about the Lord and Savior, the reason for their existence, the source of all joy in their life, and where all their paychecks wind up. Pokimane. It's still unclear if Pokimane and people like her are responsible for the creation of these simps, or if it's just a byproduct of looking like an innocent 15-year-old girl, which seems to be a recurring theme with most online simp gatherings. Though I don't have any proof, I think Nicolol started the initial movement of sympathy for simps on Twitch, saying something to the effect of, "Simp good. Donate now." I'm paraphrasing. Back in the great simp wars of 2020. It is amazing to me that the level of simpery changes from idol to idol based on specific physical traits. Take Bella Porch, for example. She has over 18 million followers on TikTok in just a few short months, meets all the requirements and criteria to have an endless pool of sad, desperate basement dwellers at her disposal, with only one major problem. She has tattoos, meaning she looks like she is of legal age. This is an immediate turnoff to your average simp. The mere fact that she appears to have had some experience in her life that some lonely, reclusive, bowl-cut sporting loser wasn't a part of or even privy to is too much of a hurdle for a mindless simp to overcome, and may even indicate the possibility of one or multiple men desecrating her sacred rose on numerous occasions or even at the same time, therefore leaving the simp with no other choice than to accept that or spend time building up someone else in their mind that doesn't show signs of contamination. It's also possible that Bella Porch just hasn't been around long enough for the simps to catch a whiff of her stinky panties yet. I do, however, find it very coincidental that people are trying to cancel her for the strangest things like the way her tattoo looks, or the fact that she calls a buddy from the Navy Harambe, which, for those of you that don't know, is a gorilla, and her friend is a black man. You can see how that's a problem. The mere fact that she hasn't been canceled for calling her black friend Harambe alludes to the true power of Simp Nation. As a collective, they can stop just about anything from happening, maybe even nuclear war. which leads me to believe that the psyche of a true simp is created through lack of attention from the opposite sex from a young age, most likely since they hit puberty, meaning mommy stopped kissing them on the lips and letting them sleep in her bed because now he's a filthy little boy.
Get out of my bed. Shut up, you filthy little beast.
And then they went on to be rejected by every woman or man they came into contact with.
Do you want me to cut it off?
Leaving them with absolutely no self-worth, self-respect, confidence, basic common sense. So since we're on the topic of simps, let's take a look at some and see just how far they've devolved without any forms of checks and balance or accountability. This is r/Pokimane Hot, one of the aforementioned hotspots for simp gatherings. And as you go down the subreddit, you'll find that it's mostly just pictures of Pokimane's shirt or her armpits or her feet or the crease in her leg, or some other random part of her body that has absolutely no satisfaction to the normal average person. Yet that doesn't stop simps from believing that they made this video specifically for them, and that she's somehow sending them secret codes or vibes, meaning that she wants them to cream on her face. Take this video for example. It's your basic copyrighted music TikTok dance that adds no value of any kind. I don't see anything unique about it or anything other than she's just doing a TikTok dance like literally millions of other people do. But I already know from looking at these comments there are going to be people saying things like, "Let me cream on you," "Oh, I want you so bad," etc. She got a jelly bean body, all her curves at the bottom. Still has a good pair of tits on her though, just the way I like it. I know I love her ass. What other ways can she move her hips? Up and down, hopefully. Good lord, babe, give me that Odell Beckham treatment. This specific thread is very tame. Let's find something a little more hot. Like this video, which is marked as NSFW. Just from perusing this subreddit in my research, I know that there's a 95% chance that this isn't actually NSFW, which means not safe for work, which would imply there is nudity or sexual activity of some kind. And I'm going to click on it and include it in the video knowing that there is absolutely nothing against anyone's terms of service in this little clip. It's literally Pokimane just sitting up from laying down on the bed. She'd make so much effing money. I would destroy her little booty raw, just like that. This is gold. She's such a slut. Wishful thinking. Or the ever so tasteful booty collage. Photo 6 shows how thick her ass is compared to the rest of her body. Jeez. I mean, I don't even want to go back and count to 6. It literally just looks like you're walking through Walmart taking pictures of random people's butts. I want to pummel that so bad. The 12th is the best. Nah, 15 is better. Nah, it's definitely 12th. First for me. Do a mouth-tongue one, please. I'll pay to sniff her asshole. This makes me so horny right now. I'd tongue punch her fart box any day. I coomed. Thank you. And these are nowhere near the most devoted of Pokimane simps. These are simply the top results. I don't really wish to interact with any of these lonely losers who spend all of their money on some girl who has a boyfriend. Anyone can see these public posts and check out their individual Reddit pages to find that they only really post on Pokimane subreddits, meaning that their entire online interaction is directly related with Pokimane. I'm not even going to get into the tier 3 subs and them shoveling at Pokimane and people like her for absolutely nothing, because I don't see the point. So what danger do these people actually present? Well, beyond the nasty harassing comments that you see constantly on people's videos who speak negatively about their lord and saviors, none really, except for maybe to the creator they're simping over, because a big ego can be a very destructive thing. We have seen in the past large simp gatherings trying to take down YouTube channels or other types of social media accounts for quote bullying a particular object of their affection, namely people like Leafy is here and iDubbbz, and I'm sure there's many others. I just know it's a thing. So what have we learned? It's that your average simp is not to be trifled with. Because an overweight, vertically challenged, middle-aged, hairy man who dwells in his grandmother's dingy basement next to the water heater, has nothing else to do, clearly has nothing important happening in his life. For them to be able to spend this amount of time, energy, and resources on some random person on the internet who they will never meet, and if they do, it will be for the monetary gain of that person, and they will never see each other again on a personal level. So a man with nothing to lose is a very dangerous man indeed. A man with nothing to lose will do anything to win. So if you do happen to encounter simps in the wild, leave it to the trained professionals. And I'm sorry, random girls on TikTok, but your boyfriend or husband with their face jammed in your cooter sleeping is not a simp. He's your boyfriend, and he's licking your snatch. You fucking morons. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know you probably didn't learn anything. Don't forget to go check out some of the cool merch I have below the video. I'm always putting new stuff in there. So if you need clothes, masks, shirts, coffee mugs, whatever, go check it out. Or if you don't want any merch, just leave me an applause. Or you can go support me on Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Anything you do, no matter how small or big, makes it possible for me to make these videos in the first place. Without you guys supporting me, buying the merch, applauses, thumbs up, shares, whatever it is, I wouldn't be able to make these videos in the first place. So thank you. Catch you in the next video. That's a wrap.
I don't take no L's, only dubs on my mind, yeah.